everybody. Thank you for tuning in to BCK TV. I'm here today with Zena Foster, super talented beauty girl. She's an entertainment correspondent, she's a host, and most importantly, super mom. Hi, Zena.
I'll take the super mom.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem. Okay, so like I mentioned, you have a lot of balls that you're juggling in the air.
Yeah.
We want to know how you balance that with being a mom.
First of all, time management is important to me.
Yeah.
I'm a Libra, so I'm extremely anal about knowing what's going on at what time, who's got to be where. So it's like, I definitely am a house manager for my home, and you know, my man's schedule is absolutely insane. My daughter's schedule is absolutely insane. It's like she has more of a social life than me. Next weekend is crazy. She has like 3 performances in one day, so I'm like, okay, how am I going to fit all this in to everything? So, I mean, it's a job. It's a task, but it's fun. I enjoy it. I'm a part of everything in my household and what everybody's doing, and it's fun. And sometimes I feel like I kind of step away from what I like to do because I like to be behind the scenes on what everybody else is doing. So it's enjoyable. It's fulfilling for me.
Yeah. So you said she performed. What did she do?
Zoe is a triple threat right now, honey. She is in drama club, she's in glee club, and she's on dance team. Next weekend at her school, she has a festival. So she has 3 performances, like all back to back. And, her school asked her, like, if anyone wants to do a solo performance or do your own thing, just sign up and let us know. And Zoe's like, Mom, I think I want to do my performance of my song. I was like, Zoe, are you sure? She was like, yeah. I said, you're not going to get stage fright. She's like, no, Mom, I know the song, I'm good. I said, yeah, but you've never performed like by yourself in front of people, in front of a crowd, like singing on a microphone. She's like, Mom, I'm good. So I've been making her practice all week. We've literally been practicing every night.
Oh, wow.
Her dad's out of town right now promoting his album, so we've been on FaceTime, like working with, her vocals and stuff. And last night, like, she shocked us both so much. I was like, I have a little baby Beyonce. I was like, I'm Tina, you're Beyonce. And her dad was like, well, I'm part of it too. I said, no, I got this. Let me be Tina and let her be B, and we'll be okay.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
And so we want to congratulate you on your latest addition to the family.
Yes, Zion. Baby Zion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So how is he doing? How is it raising a little boy?
Raising a little boy is definitely different than a little girl. I've always thought that my daughter had the energy of a boy, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, if this is what having a boy is like, I'm going to be wore out. And I really thought that it was hard with her, but now that I look back at it and experiencing what I experience now, Zoe was so easy. And Zion is like, he has no chill whatsoever. The baby doesn't like to sleep. I try to drug him up with Tylenol. So you need to go night-night. Like, he does not understand what going to sleep means. Like, he absolutely hates it. He'll be in his crib. He'll finally fall asleep. And I made the mistake of, like, rocking him to sleep every night. So it's like he can't go to sleep unless he's being held. So finally when he's asleep, I got to slowly do the transfer in the crib. And it's like when he wakes up, he's like, hold on, what I missed? And he'll wake up and he'll literally freak out, start crying until somebody goes and picks him up. So it's like he's just so accustomed to just being on someone and being a part of someone. Yeah. But, I mean, he's an amazing baby. He's hysterical. He has so much personality. And he's had so much personality, honestly, since day one. Like, you could literally see it in the hospital. And it's like, he's funny. He's just like the light of my life right now. He makes everybody smile. My girlfriends, they'll be having a bad day. They're like, can I come over and hold Zai? He just makes me feel better. So it's like, he's just a big ball of energy. He definitely is.
And he's not even 1 year old.
No, he will be 10 months this week. Yeah, he'll be 10 months.
And Zoe
is almost 8. She'll be 8 the day after Christmas. Zai will be 1 on New Year's Day. So we definitely have a lot of holiday parties and a lot of birthday parties coming up.
So do you have any special plans for his first birthday? Or?
I'm kind of working on something right now. I'm trying to do some surprise situations. Zion and his dad actually share the same birthday. Yeah, so it's his big 40th and Zai's big first. So it's like I just got to kind of go all out for both. So I keep it a secret for a moment. Yeah. I'm definitely getting some stuff in the works behind the scenes.
Okay, yeah, we're excited to see. So maybe.
You'll see. You'll see.
Yeah. So we heard Zoe is like kind of getting into fashion or like fashion modeling. How do you feel about her getting to that industry at this age?
I'm not mad at her doing it, but I just feel like with her personality, she's so much more like on camera type of kid, or just entertainment or singing or some kind of something different rather than just like still photos. So at first it seemed like she was gonna do the modeling aspect. She's like, Mom, I want to do a photo shoot like you, like, and she'll just walk around the house in my pumps and she'll be put her hand on her hip. I'm like, Zoe, what are you doing? And she's like, can I get your lip gloss for a second? I was like, for what? She's like, I just want to act like I'm on the red carpet for a minute. Because like sometimes like she'll see my little things online, and I was like, go ahead, Zoe, take it off when you're done. So she was into that stage for a moment, but now she's kind of really getting into the performance stage. So I really think she's going to transition, and by working with her and her vocals over the past few weeks, I would like to keep her in the in the entertainment business on that aspect of it. Modeling is great, it's a quick, easy check. But I just think for her personality, she needs to show it.
Yeah. And, there's been a debate about having young children, in a little makeup or, appeal to look older. What is your take on that?
My take on kids in makeup these days, I definitely see children that are like in elementary school and middle school, and they're doing entirely too much. I mean, hell, I don't even wear makeup. I mean, today, of course, because I'm on camera, but on the average, like, you can catch me with chapstick on, and that's like my daily makeup. Moisturizer, I like to stay dewy, and I have on my chapstick, and that's about it. I don't really believe in kids wearing makeup. My mom never told me I could or I couldn't. It wasn't one of those things. I grew up dancing, so of course for like recitals and shows, we always had to have it on. But other than that, I wasn't interested in makeup like that. Zoe, she's interested in it. She's always asking me, can I use your brushes and this and that, and I'll let her do it, just play with it for a moment. But I don't let her put on makeup and like go out the house. No. And we're not starting that till like hopefully middle school, high school. But she's a tomboy, so I can't see her with a full face of makeup coming home sweating it out.
Okay, that's great. So, do you have any new projects on the horizon?
Well, I've been doing, my beauty stuff. I had a nail polish line coming out. I did a collection. It was pretty much like a limited edition collection. And I'm almost sold out of that, so I need to move on to my next project. I'm kind of stuck right now figuring out what I want to do. I got into the jewelry world a little bit. I did some moldings and had some samples made, and I was like, okay, is this what I want to do? But before I actually fully produce it and put it out, I'm like, I need to make sure this is the world I want to be in. So it's like I'm figuring out. I'm like teeter-totting right now. Like,
I feel like I'm
the beauty business is everything to me, and as much as I love like makeup and stuff, I'm more into the skincare aspect of it than I am the makeup side. So when you get into skincare, you really have to work with a chemist, and it gets costly and it's very time consuming. So I just got to make sure that I have everything in line that I can move full forward when I'm ready.
Okay. So we would like to know what would be an advice for your kids, like a life advice that you want to teach your kids.
Life advice,
prepare them for real life.
Well, what I try to teach my kids and what we do within our household is always have fun. I mean, we like to laugh, we like to joke. Sometimes we hurt feelings, but it's it's all in fun and games. I feel like if there's no humor within the household, there's no livelihood. So, I mean, between my kid's father and me, and we're just jokesters. We just like to have a good time. And to me, that's the main characteristic and thing that I can really instill within my family is just have fun and live life. Can't take everything too serious. And I tend to do it sometimes too. And my guy always has to pull me back in, like, it's okay.
So how does Zoe and Zion get along?
They get along so great. They're like best friends. Like, he waits for her to come home from school. When he hears her coming up with her book bag, anything, he's like constantly looking for her. So, and he's crawling up the stairs now, and he knows where her bedroom is. So he'll like crawl up the stairs and he'll take a beeline for her room and looking for her. I'm like, Zoe's not home yet. It's like, as soon as she comes home, his face lights up and he just starts cracking up. But they're like the best of friends, and she helps me out with him so much. She's like a little built-in babysitter.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. And Tank, like, how would you describe him as a father? He's a big kid. Like, he's a third kid to me. Yeah. I mean, he's an amazing dad. He's a good dad. Like, when I came home with Zai, I had a C-section, so I couldn't really be mobile. I couldn't do too much. And he took the first month off when we came home, because I'm like, you can't be on the road. Like, I need help. You've got to be here.
So he definitely stepped up in that aspect of it. I didn't have to change a pamper. I didn't have to make a bottle. I didn't have to do a feeding. I didn't have to make food. He literally did that for me for an entire month straight. And then he's like, okay, I gotta go to work. And I said, whoa,
Yeah.
you can't do all that and just leave me hanging. I was like, man, you got me accustomed to something now. So it definitely was a drastic change. But I mean, he's an amazing dad. He really is an amazing dad. And most importantly, like I said earlier, like he just likes to have fun with the kids.
Yeah.
Like he's a goofball. And that's exactly where they get it from.
So obviously you had a different birth experience with Zion than you did with.
I mean, I had the same birth. I had C-section with both of them, but Zoe wasn't planned. I actually went in. I wasn't dilating. I wasn't having contractions. I wasn't having anything with her. So I was like about a week late with her, and I went in. I got induced. I tried to do a natural birth. They were asking me to push, and I was trying, but of course I was medicated up, so I couldn't feel anything. Okay. And they're like, "Okay, push." I was like, "I am pushing." Nothing was happening, and then her heart rate was dropping. So I was in labor for about 15 and a half hours, and then they're like, "Okay, we have to do a C-section." I freaked out in that room. Like, I literally was bawling, crying. Tank was like, "Zena, it's okay." And I was like, "No." Like, I was freaking out so bad because I'm like, I don't want to be cut open.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just didn't want that to happen to me. I wanted to have a natural birth. I just thought that's what it was supposed to be. So I had a C-section with her, and then when I found out I was pregnant with Zai, I was like, oh, I already got the scar, just cut it open again, like it was nothing to me. I definitely was scared the day that I went in. Like, I was more nervous than anything because I couldn't remember. You know, it was a 7-year difference. I couldn't fully remember how it was the first time around, so I'm like, shit, what did I go through? And then I was really, really nervous, and then I went in, got cut open, had the baby, I was good to go. But when I went in, I was actually dilating. I was having full-on contractions. And the lady's like, well, you can actually try to have a natural birth and push if you want. I was like, no, I already psyched myself out. I already got my house set up. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, just cut me open. I'll just do it again this way.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. That's a pretty
very personal,
story.
but I mean, some women need to hear that because, you know, they really get afraid of, like, they don't really know how it's going to be.
Definitely, yeah. So, yeah, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
And then we had to talk about your post-baby body.
Oh, yeah. It's still a work in progress.
No, we are all here like, how did you get there?
Well, see, I'm covered up today because I felt real good about myself.
Everybody can just go on your page.
No, you
have some good stuff.
I mean, with this time around, I was definitely older, having my my second baby. I come from a world of dancing, so I've always been very active, very physically fit in a sense. And I feel like my muscles always, go back to what they're used to. And with Zozo, I pretty much went back to dancing like 2 months after I had her. Like, as soon as I got the doctor's okay, I was back auditioning, back on set working. With Zion, I was like, oh, I can take my time and, be easy now. But I was like, you know what? I was like, my birthday's coming up. I have a goal. I want to look good. And I was like, and I don't want to be that mom that's like, my baby's 4. And I'm like, I still ain't lost the baby weight. I was like, that's not going to be me. And honestly, I was very blessed in my pregnancy. I didn't gain a lot of baby weight. It was pretty much just the baby and then, just a little bit extra, but it wasn't a lot at all. So I was pretty much doing it on my own. And when you have a man that's as physically fit as my man is, I can't be out of shape, and he looked better than me. So I was like, we got to be even. And he wasn't having it either. So I definitely, as soon as I was able to, he was with me. We went to the gym. He was telling me things to do, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get a trainer because I need someone with me every day. Yeah. So I got a trainer for a month, and she was amazing, and I was just very, I was very strict on myself, and I was in the gym 4 or 5 days a week. Oh. I don't watch what I eat. I know some women
I was going to ask
that
you.
I say that. I don't watch what I eat. I'm a big girl at heart. I love food. I'm a major foodie, and all my friends know that about me, so it's like, I honestly feel like I work out as much as I do so I can eat what I want. Yeah,
so you have to work a little harder to do that. Okay.
And, I mean, now that I finally got my body to where I want to be, now all I really just have to do is maintain. And it's really about getting to your ultimate goal and just maintaining. Once you're there, as long as you know what you're capable of, you just got to maintain it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have any, specific advice to women who are trying to go back, except for having a man that motivates you?
My advice to other women, really after having a kid and getting back on track is really just you've got to take care of you before you can take care of somebody else. So as long as I look good, I feel good. If I feel good, then I'm good. And I have my early stages on. I'm like, oh my God, I don't feel the same anymore. I'm not I don't look like these girls on social media and this and that. And so it definitely messes with you for a moment. And I had to snap myself out of it. I was just like, okay, you can't be looking at this stuff and, you know, and judging your situation based off of what you see. I'm like, filters are everything. You know, so it's like you just gotta have your own thing. And if you know, you just really got to set your mind to it, and you have to set aside the time for it. And I know not every mom has the time to do it, but there's so many different things that you can do. There's DVDs. You got YouTube. You got Instagram accounts you can follow that'll tell you how to keep a flat stomach. You've got detox teas. I mean, there's so much stuff you can do. And the main thing that everyone now is doing is like waist training. And right after I had, I didn't do it with Zoe, but I did it with Zion. I had this company that reached out to me, and they're like after a post-surgery, like a girdle. So I went through a couple sizes in those and got down to the extra small. It's like, oh, this thing might really be helping me out. So I feel like that was definitely a help and a jump start too.
Okay.
So I mean, there's so many options on the market that can really help you out. You just really have to research it.
Yeah, and then go for it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of holidays coming up.
A lot.
I'd love to know, how do you spend your holidays?
My holidays, I'm all about family. I'm all about putting up a tree, and I'm all about food. So for my holidays, I just like to have everyone over. You know, Los Angeles is definitely a place where a lot of people don't have families. So I have a lot of friends. I actually have one family member in the state of California. Everyone else is just friends, but they've become family.
So where are you from?
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm from the Midwest all day. And, you know, we're very family oriented coming from back home. So here, you know, if I have a friend I know that they can't make it home or whatever, I'll just be like, hey, we need one more plate. Everybody come over to my house. Like, it's an open door at my home. And I just like entertaining and hosting at my house. So I love that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Making drinks, hors d'oeuvres, dinner. I love it.
So like Thanksgiving, you'll be spending here.
You know what? My man's schedule is changing so much right now. It's crazy. So we really can't figure out where we're going to be just yet. I was like, I don't care as long as we're together. We just, you know, got to figure it out. But it's changing like day to day. My ultimate goal is to be here in LA. But if not, I mean, we'll travel.
Yeah. Okay. What advice would you give to new moms?
To new moms, the advice that nobody gave to me when I had my first one is always keep 2 bottles on deck. Okay. One for the kid and one for yourself. And I live by that. I swear, like, you still have to have a good time. Yeah. You know, some women breastfeed. I personally didn't. So I could have my glass of wine at night. But, you know, I just feel like you still gotta have you in a sense, and if you're not you, then you can't be a mom for somebody else. So just give back to yourself. That's my main thing.
Okay. Well, thank you for the interview. Where can we find you on social media?
All my social media is under my name. It's under Zena Foster.
Zena Foster. Okay.
And I'm very active on Instagram. I love Instagram. I just feel like showing pictures is something different than tweeting is fine, but people are so lazy, they don't like to read. I like to show a picture. I'm all about captions. Like, I love captions. I just think it's the funniest thing. And some people are like, I can't believe you said that. But I'm like, that's my personality. That's just me. You know, like, I got a mouth, and I'm going to say what I want to say.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, well, thank you so much for sitting with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. And we look forward to seeing you.
Good.